Happy Monday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined.
Yeah, you are.
Sometimes yet again by the Shawn DePaz.
Yeah, I am.
Shawn, how many home runs are you hitting tonight?
43.
43. That'd be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the
I'm a
record.
home run hitter. I don't know what to tell you. I hit dingers.
Do you? If I recall, you said you've never hit a dinger in your life.
It's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there. Okay, sure. Why not? Hope everybody had a hell of a weekend. What'd you do this weekend?
I dog sat, which was cool. I watched the UFC fights with you and Damon, which was fun. Went to the porch for the first time. That's a spot. It's a dope spot. Damon showed us.
I was there for
Damon and I and you brought up too. But we got a big gallon of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And we just sat and watched the fights. It was a cool environment, cool spot, so that was fun. Got back into Fortnite a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I started grinding no build heavy this weekend. Finished. It was a little light flex, pat myself in the back after not really reading. Like I can count on one hand how many full books I've read since the start of high school.
You read a book?
I've read 2 books in the last month.
Wow.
Fucking look at me go.
Isn't that such a that? It's a flex.
It's an all-time adult flex. Reading books, 100%. Yeah. No, I feel special. 2 in a month.
If somebody would have told me that, growing up, that reading books would have been a flex, I would have said, I don't want to live in that society.
Yeah. Leah almost lost her headset to come in here and to flex on us how often she reads.
How many books have you read, Leah?
I've read 19 books this year.
Exactly.
This year?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've read 19 books in my entire life.
No, I can tell you, books that I've read cover to cover since the start of high school. If you count the summer before high school where I had to do summer reading for high school, I was,
God, I hated summer reading.
Before high school even
hated
started.
summer reading, bro.
But I read War of the Worlds and I read Tom Sawyer, which was one of the most frustrating reading experiences of all time. Because if you've never read Tom Sawyer, the entire thing's written in broken English. So it was so hard to read. I got so frustrated that I listened to it on audiobook. Read that. Read front to back Kite Runner, which is my favorite book of all time. It's a very sad but beautiful book if you ever get the chance to read it. I read, out of all the books I was assigned in college, I read 1. And then I've read my 2 in the last month now. So
wow. Good for you. What's next? What's the next book?
I'm kind of hopping around. So I'm on a big baseball book kick. So I read Moneyball. I just read the Negro Leagues Baseball was the title of the book. And next I'm thinking either Satchel Paige's biography, or just go classic, Jackie Robinson's autobiography.
There you go.
But I got a list of them. I downloaded a book app, Goodreads. Now I'm keeping track of my books. Oh my God, I'm gonna add.
Friend me on Goodreads. I'm gonna add you right now.
You're making me want to read, guys.
Dude, fucking get on the wave. Cool kids read. God damn it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that.
Should we start a book club podcast? Oh my God, we can finally use Leah's.
We had an idea for Leah's book club.
It's a jingle. Shawn even recorded it.
I wrote a jingle. Well, I kind of wrote a jingle for Leah's book club, an idea we had last summer. So I would love to do a book club.
Start a book club, guys.
But my books are very I feel like we read very different kinds of books. I was telling Petey what I was reading. He was like, I hate real books. I hate real stories. I feel like I'm learning, and I'm like, that's why I do it. Because I like learning. I love history. That's why I read the kind of books that I read.
Interesting.
Well, I say that like I read. I've read 2 books. I should fucking calm down.
You technically read.
I mean, I know how to. That's barely, but
nice. That's a flex.
Fucking that. Hey, I mean, you tell some of my ancestors I know how to read. They're going to be real impressed.
Just 5 minutes in on a Monday, huh? That's where we're going. Well, I don't even know.
Let's talk about ASU sports.
U-turn, I guess.
Let's talk about ASU sports.
Sure. Let's get back on the road. Talk a little bit about Arizona State. We're gonna do a little bit of a game here, and it is something that we did last week with Shane, and we're gonna build the dream Arizona State defense with just $15. We did it on the show last week. We did the ASU offense with $10. Got some feedback. Decided to make it 15. I think 15 makes it a little bit less of a challenge, but I will say, and I tweeted this out, I feel like with the Arizona State offense of all time, it was far easier than it is going to be with the defense.
Yeah, you got some decisions.
There are names on the defense that if you leave out, it's not
like that. The $5 row, that is a very difficult decision to make.
It is a ridiculous decision to make. Let's go ahead and pull up the graphic so you guys on audio can get an idea of what we're working with here. Okay, so it's similar, same way as it was with the offense, from $5 to $1. Starting with the defensive line, you've got Curly Culp for $5, Will Sutton for 4, Lawrence Guy for 3, Nessa Jade Silvera for 2, and then BJ Green at $1. Moving to edge rusher, you've got Terrell Suggs for 5, Al Harris for 4, Jimmy Verdon for 3, Shante Carver for 2, and then Karan Crump for 1. Moving to linebacker, you've obviously got Pat Tillman for 5, Vontez Burfict for 4, Bob Bring for 3, Kyle Soley for 2, Christian Sam at $1, and then DB. And honestly, going back and looking at some of the DBs here, my God, it was tough.
Yeah.
Starting at $5, Mike Haynes, then $4, Aeneas Williams, Eric Allen for 3, Chase Lucas for 2, Ro Torrance for $1. Again, another DB, Darren Woodson for 5, Demarius Randall for 4, Troy Nolan for 3, Jordan Clark for 2, and then Ashari Crosswell for $1.
Jesus.
Will, let's go. We successfully bullied Todry into raising the budget. Yes, we did. Okay, Shawn, this is, before we get into where you're going with this, like, what is just some stuff that stands out immediately about trying to build your Arizona State defense?
I mean, it's very difficult to, like, the idea of leaving Pat Tillman off this team is a tough one to swallow.
Yeah.
But you look at a guy like Terrell Suggs, and assuming you're only going $5, you're only going one $5 player here. Like, I mean, he was one of the best pass rushers in the history of college football. And then, I mean, Curly Colby was just, I mean,
Hall of Famer
in his own, like, it's, then you got Woods, like, I mean, the $5, I mean, obviously, these aren't meant to be easy. And then also just the linebacker row. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
it's tough, though.
It is tough. I have a rough idea. The defensive backs are very tough for me because, like, I don't
see. So the way I feel like you have to approach something like this, I feel like for offense it was easier. For offense, you could be like, okay, you're building your offense around your quarterback.
Yeah,
right. So okay, I'm gonna go get my $5
yes.
quarterback, and I'm gonna work my way down from there. With defense, you kind of have to pick. But the issue with Arizona State's defense, and you brought it up, is if you opt to go with a Pat Tillman and a Terrell Suggs, you're left with just $5 more, and you've got to fill, or 4, yeah, and you've got to fill. No, you're left with 5. And then you've got to fill two DB spots and a D-line spot with just 5. Which, are you getting the best defense possible with that?
And also, like, I mean, like, if we're talking about this from a pure football perspective, like, I love Pat Tillman, but, like, I think the drop-off between Suggs and Harris is larger than the drop-off between Tillman and Burfict.
Yeah.
So I'm more inclined to take, to sacrifice, I guess, at the linebacker position. Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, the edge rusher is the most important, in my personal opinion. So I'm going Suggs.
Okay.
I'm taking Suggs for $5. He's just way too important.
That's tough. That's a tough start, man. Suggs is so damn good.
He really is. You know what? I think I might...
See, this is what I'm saying. The defense is so much harder than the offense.
And also,
was.
I'm thinking about who's going to be my leader defensively, and I'm like, obviously, if you draft Pat Tillman, like, he's the leader of that team. But, like, same with Soelle. I mean, you take Jordan Clark. Jordan Clark at $2. Like, I mean, why not?
But look at the rest of that.
I know.
Your $5 and $4 are Hall of Famers.
But if you're sitting here with Suggs and Tillman already,
so is that where you're going? Are you going with Suggs and Tillman?
I think I might have to. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
I'm apologizing to the troops. I think I might have to leave Tillman off of this. I think I might go. Can I take 2 defensive backs from one row, or do I have? No, so I can't take Woodson and Clark.
Nope.
Oh, brother. Okay.
See, this is fucking tough.
Okay. I'm going Suggs and Woodson.
Okay, so let me play the role of cashier here. So you're going Suggs and Woodson. Suggs is $5, Woodson's $5. So you are left with $5 left. You have your DB and you have your edge.
Yeah. I would have loved to draft Jordan Clark here, but since I can't, I'm going with Soelle. He's going to be my captain.
Okay. That is
the $2.
So you got $3 left. You need a DB and a defensive lineman.
I think I'm going to go. Okay. So, I mean, really, it's do I want to go Silvera and Torrance or Lucas and Green?
Yeah.
Ooh, whoa. I think I will go Silvera and Torrance. I think when you look at Torrance's size at $1, he obviously has a great ability to disrupt plays. And then Nestor J. Silvera is probably my favorite, just from a personality perspective, outside of Jalen, who obviously we know personally, like my favorite guy that we've interacted with at ASU football. So I think having a big guy there on defensive line, I think Nesta could be very good. So yeah, I think I'm going Suggs, Woodson, Soelle, Torrance, and Silvera.
I mean, that's a solid 5.
It is very. I mean, Suggs and Woodson, like that is just.
What's crazy though, right? When you look at this and you're talking about the dream Arizona State defense, the greatest of all time, you've got 2 guys that have only, and Silvera only played a year, and Torrance only technically played a year at Arizona State as well. So it's tough. It's tougher defensively than it is offensively. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Before we get into my defense, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about BetMGM. There's a lot going on today. Okay, there's been tennis on all morning. I know there's soccer going on. World Cup soccer, I believe, took place over the weekend. You've got some more like qualifiers or whatever.
Women's World Cup is coming, brother.
And
Megan Rapinoe, I never know if it's Rapinoe or Rapinoe.
I think it's Rapinoe.
Rapinoe, yeah. She's retiring though, which means the U.S. is guaranteed to win the World Cup.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Don't put that on
Cup. I'm doing it. Also, the Brits, the English, they won the U21 Euros and didn't give up a single goal the whole time. That's pretty impressive.
And
a lot of fun sports about
home run derby tonight.
Yes, sir.
We talked a little bit on bets. If you missed it, go check it out. But guys, if you like money, head over to BetMGM. They're doing this fun little thing where they're going to give you free money. Okay, you guys can play the BetMGM MLB free-to-play game from May 27th. Through September 7th, be a batter and pick an area of the strike zone. Depending on the area of the strike zone you pick, you guys are going to either get a single, double, triple, or home run, or pop out and receive the prize associated with that type of hit played once a day. Prizing does have to be used on MLB and does expire in 24 hours. And if you haven't signed up yet for BetMGM, use that bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live, but for our Arizona audience, place your first bet offer and receive up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if it loses with BetMGM. Again, make sure you use that bonus code PHNX. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to the man, the myth, the big purr talk about the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Michigan. They don't got Four Peaks in Michigan, though. The best beer this side of the Mississippi. It would be the best beer on the other side of the Mississippi if it was there, but it's not. Unless you bring it there, then why not? Bring it all over. Four Peaks is the best beer on the planet. Certainly the best beer in Arizona. And it's not just because of the taste, because of how good of the people they are. They support the teachers. And if you're a teacher, you need to head down to the 8th Street pub in Tempe, because not only is it amazing, and a full selection of beer, their amazing food. Still need to get to brunch there. I've heard they got brunch, and if it's anything like if it's half as good as their dinner is, it's
let's just have our book club at brunch at Four Peaks.
Is it just the 3 of us? Like, are we?
We have to call in David.
Yes. True. Of course. Man, yes. He is the king.
I saw a video of a goalie, like a hockey goalie, reading a book at the net in between, like during whistles, and I sent it to David because I was like, "This is you if you're a goalie."
That's just a crazy move, reading a book in the middle of a hockey game. But shout out Four Peaks. Like I said, they support the teachers. If you're a teacher, head over to the 8th Street Pub on Tuesdays, Teacher Tuesdays. Show your valid teacher ID, and you'll get $4 pints of Kilt Lifter, Wow, Hazy, and Hop Knot. Wow is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
PD was drinking one earlier. Derek was drinking one during D-backs.
Doesn't matter what time of day it is.
I know, like, Four Peaks is the official beer of PHNX, but specifically Wow is like the unofficial beer of PHNX, because I think it's the favorite. I think it's safe to say. Like, they're all good, but it's the favorite. It's never a bad time for a Wow. So go get a Wow. And also check them out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. But you must be 21 or older to drink Four Peaks, and please drink responsibly.
You do. Glenn in the chat. This felt easy. You get Suggs and Green. The QB ain't got no time. It doesn't matter who's in the secondary.
That's valid.
That is valid. Joe says Sam and Soelle should be flipped. That's tough. That's tough for me because of what Soelle did for so long here. Christian Sam, although he was a phenomenal linebacker, the duo of him and DJ Calhoun was a lot of fun. But I think just Kyle Soelle is gonna go down.
Plus, Soelle is like Mr. Sun Devil.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's captain.
That's why I drafted him. Like he's with not being able to get Pat Tillman on mine. Like the leadership that you get from Soelle is I think great for all the personalities you're gonna have on this team.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna do with my 15. I have not thought about this whatsoever outside of the time that you were talking.
Before, yeah.
Okay. This is immediately you've got the issue of Tillman and Suggs.
Yeah,
because I feel you can't have both. Oh God.
The tough part of this is like it's. I mean, there's nobody that's meant more. There's few people who have meant more to any kind of athletic program than what Pat Tillman means to ASU football.
Yeah.
So it's like building an ASU football team, an all-time ASU football defense. It doesn't seem right to leave Pat Tillman off. But again, if we're doing this with a limited amount of money and based purely off talent, like who Suggs was as a pass rusher.
Well, I'm doing it. You talked me into it just in that little spiel. I'm going Pat Tillman.
Respect.
For $5. You can't have Arizona State football without Pat Tillman.
Understandable.
So I'll go Pat at $5. I got 10 left. Give me my man Karan Crump for $1. I mean, I've been on that guy since he was at Arizona State. Man, if he didn't tear his ACL, this guy would be in the NFL. He was one of the most dominant pass rushers in such a short span of time that I got to see. He was just an athletic freak. So I will take Crump for just the dollar there. I think
positions, $9.
Phenomenal value there. Okay, 3 positions, $9 left. This is tough. Do I go defensive line now? Give me. This is a tough one, man. Do I go DB or do I go D line here?
Are you going 3 threes? Or are you going to go another $5 one? Like, how are you spreading out the money? $9 left, and you need what?
I need a defensive line and both DBs.
Yeah. So you can get Woodson in there.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Do I want to take him? Give me Darren Woodson.
I like it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I can't not. I guess. I mean, I could.
You could. I mean, Darren Woodson. Culp. It would have been a hell of
Darren Woodson. What does that put me at?
You got
11. So I got $4 left.
Yeah. $4. Okay. You need a DB and a defensive lineman. So you can go 2 and 2, 3 and 1.
I mean, I'm taking Chase Lucas.
I respect that.
Give me Chase Lucas and Nesta.
Yeah, I love it.
Lucas was, I mean,
he's a dog.
He was Kyle Soelle, but he talked shit. That's exactly what he was.
I love it.
Come on. Like, it's by no means am I comparing Chase Lucas to Pat Tillman, but in terms of you think of ASU football over the last decade, you're like, Chase Lucas. He's a guy on the sideline that's barking at you at all times.
Yeah.
And then Nesta, oh my God, the personalities on this team. Pat's gonna have his work cut out for him. He's got some personalities that he is going to have to coach. So to round out my defense, I've got Pat Tillman, Karan Crump, Darren Woodson, Chase Lucas, and Nesta Jade Silvera. And just to recap, your defense is Kyle Soelle, Terrell Suggs, Darren Woodson, Nesta, and then Roe Torrance.
It's 2 pretty damn good defenses.
It's a lot of fun, Glenn. I take Jalen Harvey at TB over Crosswell. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
That is
the disrespect.
That's fucked up. Hey, Jalen Harvey, when he moved from wide receiver to safety for that last season, he was a dog in practice. I don't know if I've ever seen a more fun transition from a guy that was a wide receiver that contributed. It would be like if Cam Johnson last year produced, and then the following season he just was like, yeah, I'm gonna play safety, and just was a dog at it.
It's still crazy to me. This is completely unrelated, but obviously related. That Ryan Tannehill was a receiver in college.
He was?
Yeah, he was a receiver for a couple of years at A&M before he switched to quarterback.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Did he play with? He didn't play with Cam, did he? Or no, I'm thinking Auburn. My bad. Joe in the chat, Crump destroyed Josh Rosen in that game when all our QBs also got hurt in 2016. Yeah. If you got the chance to watch Karan Crump, dude was different. and then he tore his shit. And
there's a guy I've heard you talk about
was
for
less different.
about as long as you walk
Anytime,
it, yeah.
the moment that I needed to find an edge rusher, I'm like, okay, the two I've got for sure: Terrell, Suggs, Karan Crump, because they're two guys that at least for me, when you think ASU, those guys definitely have to be there. Glenn again, third down king for first down conversions. LOL. Yeah. So look, I think we definitely both have some solid defenses. I think yours is better on the field.
Yeah,
I'll give you that
but
because you got Suggs.
what Pat Tillman might do to get Pat Tillman seems like I
raises-
think I got more talent, but who wants it more?
Yeah, Pat Tillman makes those $2 guys. He turns them into $4
Exactly.
guys.
Yeah, I think we probably got a pretty. It's going to be one hell of a game. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, I don't have an offense. I don't know both.
You'll have to go back and go draft an
Yeah,
offense like we did last week, and then go from there. Before we move on to some exciting ASU news as it relates to ASU baseball, going to tell you guys about Burrito Express. We tell you about them every single day, and it's because we love them.
So bad.
Sean brings it up all the time that we quite literally love all of our partners. We're not just telling you guys about Burrito Express or BetMGM just because we actually use these every single day. And I wish I could have Burrito Express every single day if there was one in damn Phoenix. But if I lived in Tempe, I'd definitely be stopping there every single morning.
Dude, if I had the access to Burrito Express I have now, and I was in school like in Tempe,
that'd be a problem.
A problemo.
Guys, they've got locations all over the valley, and they've got a bunch of different options, not to mention how great the service is over at Burrito Express. Go get yourself a breakfast burrito and let them know how damn good it was on social at Burrito EXP.
You can wash it down with a Polar Pop as well, which you are probably getting because I told you to. I was telling. So if you
have we
heard,
recapped who the latest people are?
me and I apparently Saul and I, but I know for fact I am because I went to Circle K yesterday. It is Saul. We have confirmed. Okay, yeah, I saw myself.
You and Saul?
Yeah, I guess right now. Saw myself. I told my family I was going to start messing with people. I'm just going to hang out at Circle K's and be like, the guy fucking sucks. Every time I show up to people, and they'll be like, isn't that you? And I'll be like, no. But you don't have to be getting gas to go to Circle K. There's plenty of reasons. So maybe you just need a little snacky snack.
Little energy drink?
A little energy drink. Maybe some beer.
Mm.
Maybe just, like I said, a Polar Pop. And there's no better time to get a Polar Pop because our friends over at Circle K are just giving them out like candy. When you text PHNX to 31310, you'll get a code for free, or buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free Polar Pop. I said buy one, get one free BOGO. Buy one, get one free Polar Pop. They stay cold longer. They got awesome ice. I also love a good styrofoam cup because when I'm done with it, I just crush it in my hands.
Feel powerful.
I feel powerful.
Mm.
It's okay. Makes you feel powerful. So like I said, yeah, text PHNX to 31310 and check out circlek.com/store-locator to find a Circle K near you.
Glenn in the chat, does your choices change? Depends on coaching. That's a good question.
I mean, like at this level of talent, not really.
I don't even want to watch any defense if Donnie's calling it.
Come on, don't do that to Donnie. I think Donnie could have been a good defensive coordinator if he was in an environment where everyone cared.
I don't know if he would have, because he was in an environment where he literally knew, like, he knew the guy for years.
Yeah, but it was. I think the environment was so clear that it was like, there's a bunch of old guys that are coming to hang out, like they were fucking volunteer coaching for Little Loop. Like they were just. And then there was Glenn Thomas, who I think just kind of sucked at his job. But Donnie, I think and you know what? I think if he really cared, Donnie 10 years ago, I think he could have been a good coach if he had a little more fire.
You got some interesting choices though that you could have at defensive coordinator. Phil Bennett's another interesting one. Dude, I will never forget one of the very first practices that I got to cover at Arizona State in the spring. Phil Bennett was just hired as defensive coordinator. It was Chase Lucas and N'Keal Harry's freshman year. And I remember they used to do some of their spring practices in the stadium. So we'd go into the stadium, and at that point we could go all the way up and down the sidelines, right, to watch some of the drills. And I remember Phil was working with Chase Lucas, and Chase had just, again, a true freshman at the time, had screwed up just like one little thing in coverage, and Chase still was Chase Lucas. Like, he still had his attitude, his swag, whatever. He didn't really do anything, but my God, dude, Phil Bennett was red in the face, yelling at Chase, telling him to just get off the fucking field, this, and I'm like, this is either Chase is not going to be very good or Phil is crazy. It turns out Phil was crazy. The defense wasn't all that great. But
give me Brian Ward as my defensive coordinator.
I mean, that's totally fair. Totally fair. Syracuse guy, come on now. But enough ASU football. Guys, we're going to post that graphic on social media so you guys can comment. Let everybody know who you would draft with your $15 for your perfect Arizona State dream defense. But I want to give a little bit of love to Luke Keaschall.
Yes, sir.
Who was drafted in the second round.
Petey's Minnesota Twinnies.
Pick number 49 of the MLB Draft. Luke Keaschall, you are a Minnesota Twin. How do you feel about it?
I love it. I mean, it's always hard talking about the MLB Draft because I mean, the chance that he ever plays in a Twins jersey, like who knows? Even the chance of him making Major League Baseball is by no means a guarantee. So it's hard to get like too excited for guys going to certain teams or whatever. But it's awesome to see him get drafted in the second round. I mean, the Diamondbacks just promoted their second round pick from last year to AA baseball. So Luke being a college guy, obviously having plenty of college experience, maybe has the potential to climb that system relatively fast, and maybe we do see him playing in a major league stadium near you sometime soon, relatively soon. But it's awesome. It's always obviously good for the university, for the program to have guys get drafted, especially as high as the second round.
It continues the Arizona State legacy of being able to just get guys to the next level. You brought 100%. It up, right? Just because he gets drafted by the Twins doesn't necessarily mean that he's ever going to actually make his MLB debut with the Twins. But just getting in the league says something. Again, a second round pick. Obviously, we've seen in the past with some ASU legends. I would call Spencer Torkelson a legend. It didn't take him very long to make his way to the Detroit Tigers. Obviously, Barry Bonds, what he does for Arizona State. Like, I don't know if Luke Keaschall is ever going to be in the conversation of a Torque or a Bonds, but just, again, to get former Sun Devils at this point into Major League Baseball is huge. And great for him, right? To have the season that he had last year, the 18 home runs, the 18 stolen bases, playing in 55 games. Like, this is a guy that had transferred to Arizona State, right? And sometimes it doesn't work out with transfers, not just in baseball, but in all sports. We've seen it. You've seen it in football. You've seen it in basketball. You've even seen it with ASU baseball. But for it to work out for Luke Keaschall, I think that is phenomenal. And one thing that I don't think has been talked about enough about what this does, right, is I think ASU with Willie Bloomquist after year one, people were like, okay, this is an attractive spot, right? Willie, former Sun Devil, former player. Now he's the coach. Year one, it is what it is. Year two, okay, now you've got some growth. Year three, he's getting guys back to the league, right? This is another selling point, not just to freshmen, not just to recruits, but to the transfer portal. Guys in the portal that, they've got a year two left of eligibility and they need to make some noise. Guess what? Willie's going to get you there. Yeah. Right? I think that goes a long way. Yeah,
100%. I think it's they're actually kind of putting their money where their mouth is, or like backing up their word. Because this is obviously a conversation we had with football when Ray was talking about how he's gonna. This program is about getting guys to the next level. It's whatever. Like, but we had talked about it's like they weren't really doing that at a high level. Yeah. But ASU baseball, they're not really talking about it. They're just kind of doing it. Like, they actually do get guys to the next level, to professional baseball, and if that is a trend that they can kind of pick back up and get going under Willie, and maybe this is the start of that, that would be obviously tremendous for the program.
Yeah. Absolutely. Look, again, congratulations to Luke Keaschall. It's a tough thing to do, not just in baseball, but in any sport, to climb the ranks, especially, again, as a transfer, to do this and to have the season that he had last year as an All-American, and then to get drafted. Like, that's every kid's dream, right? Every athlete's dream is to hear their name called and to do it in the second round of the MLB Draft. Again, congratulations to him. I want to continue talking baseball. Okay. So the Home Run Derby is tonight. Okay.
Yes.
We've talked about it. We've talked about it as it relates to guys like Pete Alonso, who I'm gonna try and keep my mouth shut. I don't think he wins tonight. You've got Vladdy, you've got Mookie, you've got a bunch of stars. But if there was an ASU home run derby, okay, of current athletes,
yes,
who is like your five? Do you think maybe? And you don't have to give me five, like 3 to 5 players that you think are like, okay, this is somebody that I think could make some noise.
Oh, you're just doing athletes or baseball players?
Just no athletes.
Athletes, okay.
I mean, Conyers, Corn's up there.
Yeah, Corn's up there. Turner Washington.
Okay.
Footage, I mean, it's a beast of a man. He's gonna hit rockets. I
wonder if there is. Let's see. Clayton Smith, maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if he's got the oomph.
Yeah.
Behind his swing.
Yeah, I mean it's tough because I think you kind of naturally have to go bigger people.
Yeah, or you'd think.
Just because, I mean, you look at the guys who are really good in the home run, like Vlad Guerrero Jr., whose ass is a wagon. You need some thick.
I can't believe I've heard that twice today.
I'm going to keep saying it. You know how many times I'm probably going to tweet that tonight while I'm wearing my Vlad Guerrero Jr. minor league baseball jersey that his ass is a wagon, because it is, in fact, a wagon. I've seen it in person. I don't know. This is a tough one.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about wrestling.
Cordell Norfleet.
Yes.
An absolute unit. Redshirt senior, almost 200 pounds. Look what he's capable of doing wrestling. NCAA qualifier, second team All-American, 4-time Pac-12 champion, 4-time NCAA qualifier. He's hitting dingers.
I feel like Grant could play baseball. He's a
Grant
Midwest
House?
kid. Yeah.
You think?
He's built. I feel like he's a good size for a baseball player.
Okay. Is he hitting dingers though, like the way the other two are? This is your Pete Alonso.
Oh yeah. Schultz.
Holy, Colton Schultz. Jeez.
Yep.
285. He's going, yeah. He's the favorite. He's the betting favorite then to win. Kyle Calhoun, Gled says in the chat.
Trying to think if any of the hockey guys.
That's a good
hockey
one.
and baseball don't normally, I feel like,
mix
go
well
together. Yeah.
I'm throwing Jordan Van Hook in there.
If we're including softball players, then yeah. I thought they were kind of off limits. Yeah, I mean, absolutely Jordan Van Hook. There's not even. Yeah, she's winning. She's the only one that knows how to hit a ball.
That's true. I guess maybe she's the betting favorite.
Yeah,
she'd have to be, right?
I don't know if she is, but I'm betting on her in that situation. Absolutely.
The only reason the other ones would be close is because they're giants.
Yes.
So you assume that they have ridiculous strength, but just because you have ridiculous strength doesn't mean you necessarily have that hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, that's the tough part. I mean, real talk, if we were doing this for real, Van Hook's probably the only one that's hitting home runs. She's probably the only one that has, unless some of the other guys have played baseball at some point in their life, she's the only one that's probably going to be able to. Although, I mean, even like the change between hitting a baseball and a softball is drastic. Like you see baseball players all the time look like fools trying to hit softball pitches. So I don't know. That might be a little bit of an adjustment, but she's still got a head start over the guys who've never played a bat and ball sport before. That's for damn sure.
Exactly.
And she hits bombs. Like that's actually her job, is hitting bombs. So
certified bomb hitter?
Certified bomb maker.
Well,
she makes the bombs. She hits them.
She hits the bombs. She doesn't make the bombs.
I mean, she kind of does in conjunction with the pitcher.
Yeah, I guess.
I would say. I mean, otherwise, where do the bombs come from?
I don't know. What do I look like?
You were the one that started questioning the origins of the bomb. I didn't. I just said that JVH makes them.
That's fair. Yeah, whatever. You know what day it is?
Monday?
It is Monday. You know what that means?
No.
It means it's Margarita Monday.
Oh, hell yes, brother. You shitting me?
It's Margarita Monday over at Illegal Pete's, guys. Kick off your week. It's exclusive to their Arizona locations. $3 margs all day, every Monday. Nothing brightens up that Monday mood more than soaking up the sun with a few margs. And don't forget, tomorrow is Taco Tuesday.
Taco
Tuesday.
Yeah,
there you go. $2 tacos all day, every Tuesday.
I might go get.
You going back-to-back days?
I might go get Illegal Pete's right now.
It's so good. After this. So damn good. $2 tacos all day, every Tuesday. Enjoy your favorite chicken, pork, and veggie tacos for just $2. So swing by and start your week off the right way over at Illegal Pete's.
Tacos just sound so good right now, dog.
Tacos always sound good, dog.
I might pop some OGs and take dude.
I would shut that place down.
I might go get like 6 tacos, and even that probably won't be enough.
You could sit there with a marg, some tacos, pop some OGs, watch a home run derby.
Might be a vibe.
Get a book for afterwards.
Regardless of what you're doing, yeah, 100%. Regardless of what you're doing, dude, OGs and reading, vibe.
I couldn't do it. I don't know if I lose the ability to read. No,
I love smoking, or I love reading high. But regardless, whatever your vibe is, whatever you're doing, OGs is perfect for you. They got something for everybody. They got a flavor for everybody. They got like 800 different flavors, including their limited edition summer flavor, OG's pink lemonade. It's bomb. The back of the shirt is dope. I wish I could show it to you. I'm just,
I mean, you can technically.
Yeah. Well, no, but that's more work. I'm going to do it while I do the ad.
You could just turn around.
I'm doing it while I do the ad. Shout out OGs. They got all different kinds of things. Their Aquaberry Sleep Edition, CBN, THC 2-to-1 ratio. Strawberries and cream, half a balance, CBD 1-to-1. This should be the front of the shirt, respectfully, OGs. This goes hard. Check them out. Right, they're amazing. OGs, they just simply don't miss when it comes to flavor and effect. Like, you get a bunch of them that, like, you know, they'll get you high, but they taste like dog shit. Or you get some that are like, it just is candy and it doesn't actually get you high. OGs actually does both. We talk about it all the time. Genuinely, like, wish they just made candy.
Yeah.
They would be the best gummies I've ever had, like gummy candies I've ever had if they were just without THC.
They got so much flavor.
They're amazing. Check them out. Go to OGs. You can check out OGs online at ogsbrands.com and on Instagram at ogsbrands. You can also find their products at your local dispensary, but as always, you must be 21 or older to enjoy.
You're talking about the flavor of OGs. Yes. You know what else has just supreme flavor?
What's that?
The wise words of the Gerald Bourget. And you know where you can find his content?
Where's that?
Over on our website.
True.
PHNX.com. Guys, let me tell you a little secret. Okay? There's this really cool thing called the PHNXlocker.com too.
Ooh.
Where you guys can receive a membership. And you guys are going to get exclusive content.
Ooh.
The wise, juicy words of the Gerald Bourget.
They're juicy
Craig
now?
Morgan. Oh, they're juicy now
they're
too.
Wise, juicy girth.
Oh. Discounts on events, on merch, and access to our Discord chats. Guys, the merch goes crazy. I was talking about it on the show earlier today. It is the best sports merch in the Valley because it's catered. It's catered to you guys. Okay?
And the shirts are just like, they're soft.
They are soft. And we talked about it in the past. They make you look like
they do. The way the sleeves
jacked.
fit and it like fits on the chest, it makes you feel. And like, listen,
go get a pump in before.
I'm obviously not like a big guy, but I have a little bit of like skinny man fat. Like my belly pops, so like I don't like tight shirts because it makes me feel chunky. But these are fitted perfectly, so that like, they fit your chest and arms tight, make you look big, but then still fit the midsection nice, so you're not like it's not suffocating. You know, that's big for me. I like wearing my stuff loose, but I like the arms.
I feel you. If you don't believe us, head over to the locker yourself and check it out, guys. Become a diehard. Sean, anything else before we get out of here today, man?
No, really excited for the home. Who do you actually have in the Homer Derby? I forget who you picked. Your actual official prediction?
Robert Jr.
Yes.
The guy.
Not Robert. Luis
Is that what you
Robert.
thought it was?
Well, I did at first. He's Hispanic, so I definitely didn't think it was just Robert. But it is just Luis Robert.
You know why? And this is not necessarily his story, but there's a story in here.
Guessing it has something to do with betting.
No.
Oh, wow.
No. It has nothing to do with betting. But you're big on stories.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed what you were going for.
Yeah,
yes,
homie,
yes.
Well, not Pete Alonso. Who's
Adley Rutschman?
Yeah, his dad's
pitching to him. Yep.
Okay, so.
And he's got the longest odds.
If you saw Robert's bat, which is just goes crazy, look it up. I think CHGO White Sox had tweeted out. His bat is, I'm not betting against that bat. Okay, just going to tell you that right now. But.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's got like a panther on it.
It's disgusting.
With like a gold chain. A panther wearing a fucking... Oh, that's crazy.
You're not betting against that
You
bat,
got to go
dog.
look this up. The panther that's painted on the bat is wearing a chain that like goes down into the logo of the bat. So the bat logo looks like a giant silver chain that the panther's wearing. That shit's dope. I'm going to go put money on Luis.
You're not betting
literally
against
doing it right
bro.
now.
You're not betting against
I'm literally doing it right now. Are you shitting me? Why can't they do cool shit like this? Why is baseball so insistent on being boring as shit? It's my favorite sport. Why does Major League Baseball insist on the sport being boring? Why can't we do cool shit like this during the regular season? Let a motherfucker use a bat with a panther painted on it. Who gives a shit? Are kids going to start like committing crimes because there's like, what? Is baseball going to die because there's a panther on your bat? Let baseball be fun again, man.
You got everything out.
Make baseball fun again.
You got it all.
There we
go. It's okay. Let it know.
I'm so angry, dude. I love baseball so much, and there's nothing that makes me angrier.
But he's doing it for the org. He's doing it for the White Sox. Okay, That's why he's doing it for the White Sox.
That's true.
The White Sox manager, who The White Sox manager's daughter just had a kid.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the grandpa, the manager's a grandpa now.
So
he's doing
somehow,
it. That's the story.
Luis Robert is going to win the home run derby for his manager's daughter's kid.
Yes.
I like it.
Book it.
Have the kid throw the pitches, and then there's no way to lose.
Well, he's like days old.
So dude,
homie can't even hold his head up.
Jacob's wife was like 8 months pregnant, and I was asking when the baby was going to learn how to swim. I don't care. Just if you're built different, you'll do it off rip. I was built different as a baby. I was throwing dimes as a newborn.
Were you?
Yeah.
What happened?
I grew up.
Unlucky.
Lost the childlike wonder that made my game so special.
You're still a boy wonder.
I don't know if I should be like happy that you call me a wonder or annoyed that you call me a boy. I don't know which one. I don't know how to take that.
Guys, if you enjoy the content, give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Tochi. You can follow Shawn at Shawn_to-pause.
Just praying that, as Glenn put it, the old whites in the higher ups at Major League Baseball allow baseball to be fun, as always.
And we'll see you Tuesday at 2 p.m. But for now, peace.